Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Ethereum, Solana and SUI price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. Let's see, of course, what we might expect for those three altcoins, and we'll see what we might see there on the lower time frame as well. But we're gonna start first on the daily, where we still have double 1 2, wave 3, 4 and a 5, 4 and a 5 here to finish a wave 1. And then, of course, a very deep correction, A, B, and a C here still might be unfolding as 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now, in case that we are in a wave C, that because, of course, clearly we are in an impulse here, and this impulse might be, of course, unfolding a wave 4 right now. So the wave 4, based on this wave 2, as you can see, we need the time still, of course, to unfold something here for a wave 4. So I would say it's still too early, yeah, for a wave 4 to be done and finished. So we gotta be careful. It might be something as triangle and then pushing toward the downside, despite that we see some red today. Basically, on the 4-hour chart, I see, of course, a clear triangle unfolding so far, unless, of course, broken. And, of course, we might still get a wave E there. Basically, by taking this low, this is, of course, our confirmation for lower. And that means, of course, we're gonna dive deeper because, of course, the triangle is invalidated there. Now, A and then wave B, C, D, and E even doesn't reach the time, of course, required, which is a little bit a question mark here, right? So I'm wondering what is going on, of course, to fill up, of course, all this time for wave 2. Well, it can be a much more complex structure. Yeah, so it can be a W, X, and a Y here. Once you finish, of course, the triangle, can be, of course, even by taking the low, you can be a wave A, 3 waves down here, and then 3 waves up, and then, of course, 5 waves down after it. Yeah, so it can be, by all means, something as a bigger correction here as an A, B, and a C, and then pushing for lower later on. So we'll see what's going to happen, but currently we're still ranging in a triangle, because triangle can be also a potential W, X, and a Y, where you might see 3 waves down, and then, of course, then pushing for higher again. So that, yeah, can be, of course, can be a possibility, I would say, as W, X, and a wave Y, something like this. Yeah, 3 waves down for X, and then 3 waves up for Y, and then pushing for wave 5. Unless, of course, the time is not a matter here for Ethereum anymore, and it's gonna drop simply towards the downside before reaching the minimum requirement, which I doubt it a little bit. Well, I can see clearly a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I cannot realize this wave 4 really to this wave 2, because that is kind of like a wave 4 somehow related here. So yeah, very likely this is a finished already an impulse, and we're looking here for a large wave 4 to, of course, alternate with this wave 2. Now, let's dive inside it. Of course, on the 1-hour chart, we see, of course, a lot of weakness. So basically, what if also like a very fast wave E here finished, because it looks like a zigzag, but I mean, yeah, it doesn't look for me great, I would say. I would like to see, of course, a bigger wave E there. So what if we still get something towards the upside for wave E? Very likely, despite that we move down here, it doesn't matter so much. On the 50-minute chart, by the way, I see something as a leading diagonal, and then this can be a correction, and then one more push toward the upside here to finish a wave E, and then, of course, pushing for lower one more time again. To get much more insights here for Ethereum, I'm gonna take a look at the 1-minute chart here from the start of this corrective wave here, where we are looking at a potential 3 waves up, 3 waves down. Potentially, yeah, we have a bullish signal there. So I would say, because of the 3 waves down as well, we might see, of course, something pushing for higher again. Therefore, on the 1-minute chart here, of course, I would say something here is still pushing for higher at the end. Yeah, so this is, of course, the 3 ways up, 3 ways down that we saw on the KGT, and we are looking here for something up, meaning ABC at least, or a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is, of course, our triangle wave E. Yeah, so this is what I think here is going to happen for Ethereum. Yeah, despite that it is red, it might reverse toward the upside, guys. For Solana here, for Solana, we see also the daily. On the daily, we have a large WXNY here finished, and we're pushing down in an A, B, and a C, of course. Double 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, and a 5 is still unfolding. So I'm still looking for another wave 4 and a 5 because we have double 1, 2 here, wave 3, wave 4, 5 given, one more wave 4 and a 5, of course, to finalize this wave C. Now, on the 2 hours chart for this wave 4, we are looking here potentially at this triangle. Again, this triangle, of course, is still looking somehow unfolding there as, of course, potential. Sorry, this is not a triangle. Actually, this is a zigzag there. We have a finished zigzag there, which it might be, of course, an ABC finish, and we're looking here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So yeah, very interesting. We have a finished one exactly on time. Now we didn't reach, of course, the perfect time, but don't forget that this has uncommon target at 0.618 for a zigzag. So short wave C there, taking the high, finished, and we see some weakness impulse toward the downside. So I would say Solana, yes, can be ready, of course, to push for lower here. Okay, so we gotta be careful with it. On the 15-minute chart here, you have already a clear impulse. However, yeah, there is a question mark regarding this move here. It looks for me on the 15-minute chart like three ways. So I'm wondering if this is an ABC. Well, at the same time, it's a finished correction. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Finished here as an ending diagonal. So that means 1, 2 again. So yes, very likely we drop down, of course. We are looking therefore at a wave 1, 2 here, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 as a gray scenario here. And that means, of course, yeah, we might reach even much more lower, I would say. I'm going to clean up here what we don't need actually to make it much more easier to see. So yeah, I'm going to remove the 1, 2. No need for the 1, 2. All what we need is the ABC there because it is a confirmed ABC. We need the wave 4 there. Yeah, also the impulse, no need for it. Wave C, wave 4. So yeah, basically 1, 2, and then wave 3, 4, and a 5 are unfolding towards the downside. Currently, this wave 4, I would say, is coming, of course, from this 1, 2 there. So yes, very likely. And yeah, that we might have finished here our wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 there. And we're looking, of course, for wave 3 in the blue, and then ABC wave 4 in the blue, and then, of course, finalizing this wave 5 in blue as well. So let's see this wave 5 here. This should be there. Here we go. So let's put the target. I would say the target taken here from the wave 1 based on this wave 3. We're gonna reach, of course, around this area, guys. So yeah, $52, $58 as well. But we're gonna reach, of course, first the uncommon target. We'll see. Yeah, so one more low, $58, very likely as well for Solana. Yeah, so confirmation for higher not taken, of course. So I mean taken, but we just saw a short wave C there, which is exactly our key level again hit. Basically, I would say $58 for Solana, $52 can be, of course, very likely. And for more insights here, well, we see a bullish signal here potentially for Solana. Let me refresh. Okay, so we have a bullish signal there, which is also in divergence. So very interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so why we might have a rebound there? Let's go 15-minute chart. For Solana, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 ways down. Interesting. Okay, so we gotta be careful as well. It can still be something unfolding for higher. In case this is not a finished wave C, so we gotta be careful with it. It can be, of course, unfolding still something for higher. 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5. So let's put this in the yellow. And wave C. Now, how do we know that we are looking for higher? Well, simply you want to take this high this is confirmation for higher. Okay, that's why I always take a look at KGT to give me also some inspiration in case the things reverse there. So yeah, definitely we might be, of course, in 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, taking the high as confirmation, of course. Also, if we are in a 1, 2, let me also test this area. So let's see what's gonna be, because we have a bullish signal. I'm afraid also on this testing area, the perfect fib level for wave 2, that it unfolds something bullish again. Okay, so yeah, so we're not yet totally bearish, I would say. Yeah, we're not yet totally bearish. I would say confirmation for the bearish here for the new low is there. Confirmation, of course, for lower is over there, and that means once you take it, okay, then we push for a new low very likely. But yeah, currently we have to watch those areas, those targets. That because, of course, of the bullish signal there, which it might be an ABC, and then we're pushing for higher, especially that you might have an impulse over there. Okay, so this is regarding Solana. For SUI, and for SUI as well, we're gonna take a look at the daily. So SUI also is looking for a deep wave B right now after 3 waves up in a wave A. All right, so we have a wave B, very deep, can be unfinished because the wave B is an ABC. Wave C is 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. The wave 5 is still 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. It's still looking for lower. Currently, this wave 5, of course, therefore, is unfolding a final wave 5 as well, 5 of 5. And of course, after this correction, where we took also our fib level, we didn't get any kind of invalidation, honestly. So that is looking weak, of course, for SUI, and we have an impulse there. So also showing an impulse. Now, currently, I think that SUI is different a little bit or not. Also showing a bullish signal, but let me see the divergence first. Yeah, it's not so strong, I would say. Not very strong. So be careful. The bearish here is still there. So it might invalidate this. So it might transform this to invalidation by simply taking the low. Once the price takes this low, this will be invalid. And I believe that it can happen knowing that this is also 3 waves, very clear, and we have already 5 waves down and still continuing. So the things are much more looking bearish, of course, for SUI. So it might simply continue toward the downside. However, be careful. It might unfold something annoying a little bit in a complex structure in case it push for higher. So this is, of course, confirmation for higher prices. So in case it is taken, but basically the direction is, of course, toward the downside here. We are looking for a final low here for SUI, which it might hit still, of course, our 1.618, $0.75 for SUI. Yep, so these are the updates for Ethereum, Solana, and SUI. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.